Hi there! Today we are going to declutter my highlighters. I think this is going to be very decisive and easy for me. In my head, I mentally have gotten it down already, so I'm going to divide them into categories. I'm going to try to do some swatches so that can potentially be helpful, and let's just jump right into it. Okay. Here we have all of my more cream and the one liquid highlighter in my collection. So off the bat, the only one that I know that I want to get rid of is this one. This is the e.l.f. It's kind of similar to like the Ciate Dewy Stick, and it's completely clear. Oop. And you can just see that it is like a balmy, very clear, wet look on the skin, which is interesting and editorial, but it's just not useful to me because some of these other highlighters can look pretty editorial on my skin tone, and I enjoy the formula a little bit better of those ones. So this one is going to either be recycled or we'll see if we can find a home for it. Let's just swatch this one because it is the only liquid highlighter in my collection, and it's not exactly a highlighter. It's the Hollywood Flawless Filter for Superstar Youth Glow product from Charlotte Tilbury, and it is very interesting. It's got a bit of color. Mine is in the shade 2. And some people use it as a priming step, but I like to use it after I've put my makeup on for a shine on the skin. And you can see it blends in so nicely. It's so dewy. I really enjoy using this to add glow to my look. Let's take a look at this product. This is the only product that I have like this. It's a NARS multi-stick, and it's kind of dry. If I was looking for a cream highlight that really stuck on the skin a little bit better, it would be this one because it is kind of dry. You can barely see that sheen. It's subtle, and I enjoy using it when I'm looking for something that's a bit more long lasting. This one, on the other hand, is a bit different than that. The NYX Dose of Dew, I had a hard time tracking this down, but this has been in my collection for a couple of years, and I do really enjoy it. It is a more traditional cream highlighter in the sense that it could be kind of stickier, but it's just such a natural, beautiful sheen on the skin, and this really flattering champagne color. So I do enjoy pulling for this when I'm looking to do like an all cream look that's a bit more natural. So these ones are pretty iconic. These are the nudies all over face color, and I have the shades Hey Honey and Illuminati. Hey Honey is a no-brainer keep for me, especially during the, it looks kind of dark for me, but especially during the summer months, I love reaching for this. The formula doesn't exactly dry down, so it stays kind of, you can see there, it stays kind of tacky and slippy, similar to the NYX one. But yeah, I really enjoy using this. I can use it sort of as a bronzer topper, or I can use it right where highlight normally goes when I'm a bit more tan, and I'm a big fan of this one. Now this one, on the other hand, is a bit more of a odd color. Sorry, the other end is brush. There you go. It's got like a pinky flip to it. me swatch it on this side, see if it comes up. Yeah, you can see that distinct pinky flip compared to this kind of like true champagne right here. That's the NYX one. And I just use it a lot less because of that. If I was being very ruthless, I might get rid of this one, but it's in good condition. It is a great formula and it was expensive, so I'm gonna hold on to this one. And if I haven't used it by my next round of declutters, let's say in a couple of months, then it should probably find its way to a new home. Okay, here we have my more natural highlights. They all are powder, and again, this is going to be a category where I'm only going to declutter one of them. I can tell right off the bat which one it's going to be. It's going to be this one. This is the Pixie X or Plus Aspen Ovard collab. I've gotten a decent amount of use out of it. It is like a more goldy color. I just have colors like this in my collection that I would reach for over this one, and it is a bit more metallic than what I'm used to for a more natural highlight, but it's not quite blinding, but it's not quite natural. So this one is going to probably find a new home because it is a good formula and a nice, more warm champagne color that I think suits a lot of people. The next one I just want to swatch because I know I'm keeping all 4 of these is the Stila one. This is the Heaven's Hue highlighter, and this is in the shade Kitten. Just Kitten. And it is kind of like a pinky and champagne that leans more pinky. You could see that it looks like it could be blinding, but it can also look very natural. I'm going to swatch it on its own, and I'm going to compare the other ones. If you really diffuse it out, you can see it just almost looks wet on the cheeks. I absolutely love that look, and you can also build it up to be a bit more metallic. I really enjoy this one. It is that kind of putty texture, but it's been staying, you know, it's been useful. It hasn't dried up or anything. It's been in my collection for a couple of years, so really enjoy this one, definitely keeping it. These next ones I'm just going to compare to each other, especially this Pure Nude from Essence and this Matte Radiance Big Bronzer Highlight 01 from Laura Mercier. This one is the NARS Fort de France highlighter. You can see that the tones are a little bit similar between these two, but the finish is very different, and then these two I find the finish to be pretty similar. So let's start with the Laura Mercier. It is probably the pearliest kind of natural highlight that I have in my collection. This one is a more nude for my skin tone, deeper champagne. You can see that that formula is really similar once they're swatched and moving around. And then this NARS Fort de France is a similar color to this Essence one, but it is more of a wet look on the skin. That was a terrible swatch. Not sure how to get that one to show up the way that it shows up on the skin. You can see a little bit when it's out of focus there. So I will be keeping all 3 of these. Okay, and here we have my more blinding highlights. These are the highlights that make it look a bit more glam and a bit less everyday for me personally. And this is also going to be pretty easy. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I kind of know which ones I'm going to get rid of. I guess I'll switch things up right now, and I'll just start with the ones I know I'm going to keep. I'm definitely going to keep this palette just because sometimes I do makeup on other people, and this is a really reliable formula. I love to have the mix of different colors. It's been in my collection for a while, but it stayed very useful and fresh. So I will be keeping this one. Sorry, I said I know I'm gonna start with the ones I'm gonna declutter, but let me just get this out of the frame. Oh wait, no. I said I was gonna start with the ones I'm keeping. Last time I started with the ones I was gonna declutter. Okay, I'm also gonna be keeping this Anastasia Beverly Hills X or with Amrezy highlighter. Limited edition, really beautiful, works on a wide range of skin tones, I believe. Let me swatch this next to one that I'm actually going to get rid of. This is the Jouer Highlight in Citrine, and I think they're extremely similar, but you could just tell that the Anastasia one looks a bit more wet, which is my preferred look. So this one is a baked formula, this one is like a pressed formula, and it's kind of delicate, so I'm always worried about this one bouncing around in my collection. So I'd rather just gift it to somebody who could use it and keep this one since they're so similar. Okay, these two are another two that I'm going to keep. This is the MAC Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Double Gleam, and this is a Wet n Wild highlighting powder, in the shade Blossom Glow. This is a wet skin look, kind of similar to that Laura Mercier Brighter Champagne shade. But it gets really glowy. And this one is a similar glowy level, but it's more pinky. And it's kind of comparable to the Stila Heaven's Hue in Kitten, but a more amped up formula, I would say. So these are when I want to go for glam looks. Okay, we're going to keep in that vein with glam looks, because the rest of these, except for one of them, right here, this is a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek and Lunch Money, which I will be rehoming. This one I've had for a long time. It's been great to have in my collection. I especially love traveling with it because it's just like a simple go-to easy one that looks good with everything, and it's so affordable that I don't mind if something happens to it. But it's time, I think, to rehome. I'd rather use the Essence one. I like the finish of that one a little bit better, and it's easier since it's just a straight powder instead of this kind of silky creamed powder that could be sometimes a little finicky. I do enjoy that you can use it with a finger or a brush at times, but sometimes when I'm going for a simple, straightforward look, I just want to grab for a brush and, pop it on and be not finicky. Okay, and out of these that are left, I'm going to be moving this one to my eyeshadows. This is Artist Couture in Yes. I got it as a gift with purchase, so I haven't tried it yet, so I don't, but I know I probably wouldn't use it on my cheeks. I'd probably use it on my eyes instead, so that one's going to be moved to the eye collection. And out of these two, I'm going to be keeping these two ColourPop ones, and I'm going to be getting rid of this Wet n Wild loose highlighter. A loose highlighter that is a more purpley color. But it's just so messy, and it's purpley pink. It is beautiful. It's just that I don't reach for it because of all the faff. So hopefully I can find someone who's more into this kind of intense highlighter and doesn't mind using a loose one. Let me swatch these two. ColourPop Flexitarian, as you can see, super reflective. This is the most amped up version of Lunch Money. Can look really metallic or can look wet on the cheeks. And then this one is on the cusp, and to me this is just the more yellow champagne gold version of Lunch Money of Flexitarian. So yes, two of these will be staying in my collection and this one will be leaving. Okay, this is everything that's leaving the collection. I feel really good about it. I don't think I'm going to miss these ones. Everything that's staying, I'm going to go ahead and bring over to my vanity and see how it all fits.